primary motivations of human sacrifice that I infer from the accounts of satanic ritual abuse survivors. 9. Sacrifice to acquire spiritual power. 10. Sacrifice to create disassociation in observers and participants and acquire control over them. That is something right there that is used on the majority, if not all, victims of satanic ritual abuse. Making them watch or participate. These are things that we've heard in places like McMartin, where they asked the kids, they made the kids participate in the ritual killing of animals. And they use that and hold it over their head. This is how they create altars through trauma. And this is also how they blackmail people. And they get these survivors of satanic ritual abuse. Hey, you ever tell anybody about it? I'll do the same thing to you. Those types of things. That's what they say. So, again, I'll read that one. 10, sacrifice to create dissociation in observers and participants and acquire control over them. 11, sacrifice to appease a deity, Satan. 12, sacrifice driven by numerological beliefs, so numerology. 13, sacrifice to augment the channeling of spiritual energy. 14, sacrifice to insert entities into participants, so demonic possession. These rituals are done, a lot of them, to bring about spirits, to summon spirits, to take over someone's body. And that's what a lot of us who are awake believe is going on with a lot of these people in power, that they have spirits controlling them. 15, curiosity, and 16, sexual sadism. This is likely only a partial list of the primary motivations for human sacrifice. The fact that, based solely on my clinical experience, I can double the list of motives for human sacrifice drawn up by an authoritative scholar illustrates the fact that satanic ritual abuse survivors provide a rich fund of cultural and psychological material for study, even if none of their memories is real. Even if none of the memories are real. Sagan's thesis is that cannibalism has disappeared from modern society primarily through sublimation. And he illustrates this point with detailed analysis of various cultures, including the transformation of cannibalism into ceremonies among the Kwakiutl, I have no idea how to pronounce this, Kwakiutl of the Pacific Northwest. That's Kwakiutl, if anyone out there wants to look it up. Even if none of the memories of the thousands of satanic ritual abuse survivors currently in therapy in North America is real, they prove that primitive fantasies of murder, cannibalism, demon possession, and blood drinking have been repressed rather than sublimated in our culture, and that a permissive myth readily draws them to the surface. If cannibalistic fantasies are so close to the surface, wouldn't one expect that they are being acted out to some degree in the modern world? That's what I'm trying to show on my channel. Let me clarify Sagan's distinction between subliminal and repression for those readers without psychoanalytical training. Sublimation is a healthy, normal process of civilization in which primary drives and urges are culturally transformed into something more human, complex, and meaningful. A cultural reality that did not exist during the previous stage of historical evolution. An example is the difference between eating and dining. Dining has many meanings, purposes, and elements that are not present in the eating behavior of animals. The elaborate and codified interaction of waiter and patron, for instance, does not occur in the animal world and cannot be explained purely in terms of survival and the acquisition of nutrients, since those needs can be met equally well at a fast food restaurant. Once a drive is sublimated, it does not revert back to a primitive or destructive form, since it is something new and culturally higher. Repression, on the other hand, involves no cultural transformation or evolution. Repression is an unconscious defense mechanism, of which the conscious equivalent is suppression. In suppression, which we all do, memories, feelings, urges are deliberately pushed out of awareness to be forgotten or considered later. Repression is the unconscious, burying and sealing over the drives and urges. The chief problem with repression is a psychological phenomenon called the return of the repressed, in which previously repressed material returns to consciousness in distorted and destructive form and then drives deviant behavior. According to the conventional view, cannibalism has been almost entirely sublimated in modern society, but satanic ritual abuse survivors tell us that this is not so. Urges to commit ritual rape, murder, and cannibalism have been unsuccessfully repressed and are now returning as memories of participation in satanic satanic rituals. From a purely psychological point of view, it does not matter whether the satanic impulses are actually being acted out on any scale or whether they are expressed primarily as pseudo-memories. The important point is that the repression barrier is breaking down on a wide scale. The degree of actual...
We believe there's an innovator in all of us. That's why we build technology that helps everyone come to the table and do more incredible things. For the whole world and the world is mine.
No inventory? No way. All Reineke family dealership locations are restocking inventory daily. It's holiday.
wide scale. The degree of actual acting out based on this return of the repressed is the late 20th century is a sociological and law enforcement problem, as I emphasized in the preface. One of the lessons we can learn from satanic ritual abuse survivors is that the balance of sublimation and repression in our society concerning cannibalism and human sacrifice is shifted more towards repression than we had thought and involves less healthy sublimation than we had thought. So, conclusions. The purpose of this chapter has been to review briefly some of the documented destructive secret societies throughout history. I have focused on groups that are intertwined with one another and possibly connected to Satanism and other forms of ritual abuse. An immense effort of scholarship would be required to explore this theme fully. Those who argue that there are no historical precedents for widespread satanic ritual abuse and human sacrifice are mistaken. There have been numerous destructive secret societies throughout history. Cannibalism is unknown human behavior, and the Catholic Inquisition and the Third Reich provide two examples of extensive systematic human sacrifice in modern history. Since there is so much historical precedent for the atrocities being remembered by satanic ritual abuse survivors in the 1990s, the key issue is whether it is logistically possible for such activities to be widespread but lacking in objective documentation. This is a law enforcement, not a clinical problem. Since no one knows the actual extent of criminal Satanism in North America today, clinicians must proceed with their therapeutic work in the absence of definitive information. Knowledge of the documented history of secret societies, even at the preliminary level, I have provided in this chapter, should temper extreme skepticism and allow therapists to consider empathically the possibility that client reports of Satanism are at times, and to some extent, based on historical reality. So that's a closure on the secret societies throughout history. And, I've talked, in the beginning of this chapter, went through the stuff with the castration in Russia, right? Well, we see that normalized now, right? Castration, we have people who are paying to be castrated. That's how insane this world has gone. But it was a sign of the occult. That's Baphomet right there. That's no gender. It's genderless society. It's part of this spiritual warfare that they do and these rituals that they partake in. So we have that which is normal now, castration, and we have cannibalism, which is, how much more normalized can it get? Then you can look at some of the other stuff as we went through in these chapters, talking about the Third Reich, right? And their involvement in the occult. The Nazis' involvement. Crowley's involvement in MI6. I mean, can I go on? Yeah, I can. But I'll stop there. And of course, the Illuminati, which everyone rolls their eyes and says it doesn't exist, and then they go, oh, well, that was disbanded. Oh, yeah, that was disbanded. Who told you that? A history book? Oh, the same history book that tells you a fake history of the world? Yeah, gotcha. I thank everyone for being here on the website. I appreciate it. We'll move on to the next chapter. And again, I'm going to mix in some other videos, I think, this week on some of the stuff going on with the vaccine. But I want to continue on with the book. I see that some people out there have enjoyed it. And a lot of you say that you like to listen while you're working or doing something around the house and also learn this stuff. So it's important to learn this. Obviously, that was just a history of the occult.